A new so-called conspiracy theory is catching on with Generation Z.
Since the Eisenhower administration, the U.S. government has been committing genocide on the entire bird population and replacing these birds with sophisticated robot replicas, equipped with 5-megapixel cameras and a sophisticated tracking system that can follow your every movement.
All right, those following the Birds Aren't Real movement are actually well aware that birds are real. Organizers say the absurdity of the theory is a way for them to publicly make fun of real conspiracy theories. Taylor Loren joins us now. She is a tech reporter for the New York Times, and she reported on Birds Aren't Real. Taylor, thanks for being here. Let's just peel back all those layers of irony and go ahead and explain to us what this fake conspiracy theory is all about.
Yeah, well, basically, it's, as you mentioned, it's a parody social movement, and it's aimed at sort of educating people about real conspiracies and kind of calling attention to the absurdity of a lot of conspiracy theories that have taken hold in the U.S. A lot of these people that are involved with the Birds Aren't Real movement are young people, teenagers in high school and college, who really grew up surrounded by conspiracies. They grew up in this sort of post-truth internet age, and this is a way for them to kind of like cope with it and poke fun at it.
Tell us more about the founder of Birds Aren't Real. Tell us about how this movement actually gained so much traction.
Yeah, well, the founder of the movement is this guy. He's a 23-year-old college dropout named Peter McIndoe. He founded the movement back in 2017, and it was actually a women's march in 2017 in Memphis, and there was a bunch of counter-protesters there saying kind of ridiculous things. Peter just took a cardboard box or poster and scrawled the word "Birds Aren't Real." That's kind of how the movement started. It was basically just point out the absurdity of some of these counter-protesters and conspiracy theorists that march against things like women's rights.
And they actually have protests. Tell us about the impact of the Birds Aren't Real protests, what members are joining in. Has this really been confined to Generation Z? We know you explained how attractive it is to Gen Z, but is Birds Aren't Real gaining more traction than that?
Yeah, it's definitely gaining more traction than that. I mean, it's definitely spurred and led by young people for sure, but there are people of all ages in Birds Aren't Real. It's definitely not an only teen movement. The protests are satirical, so a lot of them have to do with, for instance, eliminating Twitter's bird logo or protesting the St. Louis Cardinals for their pro-bird messages. It's a joke. This is all about giving young people community and camaraderie, which sort of helps them keep away from the more dangerous conspiracies out there.
And tell us, what are fundamentally the goals of Birds Aren't Real in the coming year? Is it just to have a good chuckle, or is there something more to it than that?
It's deeper than just having a good laugh, although that's absolutely part of it. So much of it is about really driving things forward. This has become sort of an activist network where they're out protesting. They march alongside people at like the White Lives Matter or QAnon rallies to kind of just show the absurdity of some of this stuff and hopefully drive real political change.
All right, Taylor, real quick. Are there any people in those groups that actually believe that birds aren't real?
I don't believe so. As one of the co-founders said to me, if people believe birds aren't real, there's probably a ton more harmful conspiracies they believe, and we're the least of their problems. I, in my reporting, was not able to find anyone that truly believes this, but that's part of why McIndoe is actually speaking out right now and kind of revealing his identity, telling a little bit more about the effort, just to kind of avoid any confusion here. Birds are very real.
All right, folks, you heard it. Taylor Lorenz from the New York Times reporting breaking news, birds are real. Taylor, thank you.
Thanks for having me.